Ralph Jampo, a TV director, Sasona Abbas, Ebwa, Ralph Jampo, Minia Peter so Peter Cranton so ho, Yakwa sounder, Mr. Emmanuel Kisi, and an ebedi de Kudishe and Sana, Emmanuel Neti, Omina Awo, MCR Omobwa, Minia, Elizabeth Tegu, Nisi me Kamapa, Meso Mede Abetinaha, Oba Camres Obehu, Minia, Francis also animal meeting ye auntie yo na ediso ho ono so ha ti se kuku da mi na bo matidom medi dwumedi na bo ba de ye fa ya lunch ewi a se sia ye bebedi ho nkomo no nkokon nketenkete ya te ho nsema na His Excellency John Dramani Mahama then candidate John Dramani Mahama no o ka ho asem ne bebre de sre nkokon nketenkete mahu eno na se sia aba no aye reality says promise fulfilled nti idea says ya no bia fa no honrem no fa no honjim na bibia entumi enko enkan but when him say nsem bebre na egu bamba so when him esi wo wax sports stadium ebedi ho nkomo ne nsem bebre na kase na egu bamba so a ebedi ho nkomo so ja fon so de ho agim nso omo ma kwan kakra na week mhwede fon him say no ano no na anadwi ya yere bi mu ne ade ebedi ni na ho nkomo na ya hwema but upon within so when we say Drew Wednesday said yeah and yes and then I may catch up answer Dr. Krabi rested but catch him say in Drew me be wo me wardrobe na me hwe how aguma me no man na me ni age enye baby I say power specialist herbal hospital make I say Dr. Heneba wa ha in Drew no so no line up camera na nche obeyi ma ho kala on kala make sure no wa ha saase na ewo SK wa ha you edu aya tonic wono my boy mo didi wo hye kama you edu aya herbal malamix ansa na jury kadri the king of all jury kadri wa ha cough care no so store na wa ansa na liver care no so ho mo hin no share box mi hair button or button and then the box no way na Robert na Kweja boxy yo enti eno na wa hai ni na so ni ebedi nkomo award winning herbal hospital omobo omo hon body papa wo hwe television na maami edua ya ohene yere ono no dasie no maybe can say Dr. Ohene ba na obeba hen chekere no na obe chekere bebi ebe hu omo fe yase edua ya junction opposite Jesbro filling station kwabenya ma power bus stop wa omo ho ACP kwa no so between Pokwase ne kwabenya ansa na Anaji Estate me amediem adjacent Anaji MA Primary School ni na no kwa hospital no ho yare friend hepatitis A B C D and E ni na so mo bo mo hombodin se wo ho na e ka kiro se no nyi hu adura ko omebo etruti ma wo so watumi age ho afim award na abase body o mage mebre kwa nti doctor wa hai you assume wo hwe ya na wie weni na hwe usuti ya you assume ne tie nkomo na ode maye no wi a no tu anomo nkra wodi mebu be ma me akase na crack Power FM, TVXYZ, man chair baby Bonnie, which chair baby pa. Doka kwaba. Yeah. Ibi abako de. Yeah, the nyame asminim say, medra mu ye ne hospital dwumedi odu nkokon ketenkete so odu bu.
Oh yes.
Na bibie te na kai.
Omo system no poultry farming mu dada na beja na say individual ya ebetimi aji.
Unya nkoko 20 bi 10 bi a wa back ya na wo ye ne crack eno ana wo be ye ne garage wo enye bad check na se kran nkoko ntumi da na bibie timi akonkan ti ye de hu jim na bibie timi akonkan baby adua pomuden ne hu hia na mo ne pa mo man Ghana no fema ye mprempre
me da se abusia ye mo akwa power time bre aso power specialist herbal hospital yedin chef ya Dr. Penya or the hospital and doctor akosia edu aya ho di mo bibia oje bre na ohwe power time da bia nsema kan nyina ne se adansidi papa nkrofo edifa power ho TV so radio so internet ene emia hodo no onso be ka adansidi for no bi power specialist herbal hospital dorona aboye mrane last stop ye okumanse won kran ena ye water crowd kumanse ofiyase ye ni Jesbo filling station di enhwanimu wo aputo ja kontanse kwan so Lake Road ena ye wo akra wo kwabenya ACP kwansa ne block factory no edi enhwanimu na fi takrade wo Anaji Estate Customs Road yani single washing bay no ensudi enhwani mu numbers no ayemiensa famubia na frɛ yɛn wo fra branch na ebe no niama direction aba ho na wabeje wayaresa numbers no 0555 79 78 78 0200 38 38 31 and 0244 54 44 22 Monday to Saturdays and the Juma Sunday penny da Juma if you holidays a Juma or your branches in the Mutoba yenya brewo di peduen mu yene na ma power ya yesronko obi aba ye ho pa bia dia dancer say sa wo ba ye hospital ho na wa anye lab aye ma waduro dabi nyesa o ka say uti o ya pani amu waduro no obi ya wo senti aniti epai no obi ti paye malaria obi ti paye typhoid obi ti paye ni BP ekosorodo obi ti paye ni moja na swate obi ti paye severe constipation enti sa ti paye ba akopɛ no eniema betimi ti paye no aba no edoso nti oba ye be make sure say ye treat just symptoms nemo me ba tackle the cause of symptoms no na afia tuade no ase ama ho atimi atɔ ti ba bia obi a wodo yade na chinchine wa bre se wa ba mu abu big boy no ba cars pa hospital cars ya obeyi a chiro no be say 20 wase makoha me kwa ya si bibia ni mu ento so still me yare ebeye ni lab be wie di fidi be hwe me be ne scan be wie no nye be me do be ko ba no na osre power specialist about yade eyintayen sentini say ye hwehwe ni padua ni mu ye hwehwe moja ni mu ye hwehwe wuntini mu ni aboaw atu yade no ase ama ti ba bia obi a fa yade ne bra na nyankopon adom ayaresa ewo ho no mo ede ama o hwe power time sambe what is say hepatitis B positive eye okunu eye oyire eye oba eye onua bi odihie bi wa test positive ena mun sama ya ka to na so munti eye ne say ne wie ya no obi aka che say hepatitis B ade ne de eni aduro ento no ankasa ne busuani ne maame ne papa omutimi ewu no na bia ne cup mano na tro de bedidi bibi ne bo bedidi me yini nyina mano sentini say aka kire mu say ebetimi asawo mu so mu ni didi a obi kwatimi ba no busa say doctor entimi ma betimi aba me nchen me nana no ma do mo beja me ntimi mo ma ba me nchen hepatitis B nyesa oso obi mu no wanya bi yes say true body food in 2 kg obi kra 2 salava no obetimi anya bi ni nyina na ye ntro mesro wo de abra power specialist hospital yenim sede yade ne fareba esitie ye na nyankopɔn adom ama ye hepatitis B na dura ye sa yade we etu asetie ni ye so akoba bi no aka cho say oh ye besoso anu ama ye be manage ma hepatitis B ye manage tie ni ye sa yade no etu ase ti babia obi a se what test hepatitis B positive a baby akopɛ se otumri kado ani kire aya power specialist hospital baby akopɛ a okwa ya de befuru moja ne mu aya power specialist hospital oba be ye profile na confirm say ampa ya de kora woka no ɛwɔ ho anase ni ho oba ye liver function test oba ye viral load count oba hu emoa dodo a ɛwɔ moja ne mu da bia be ka say so okɔ baby na obi be tentative so ka cho say hepatitis B ye de 3 weeks na esa ye de 1 month na esa ye de 1 year na esa or ye true for tie ni ye pa hepatitis B obia wo moa dodo a ewo ni mojam the amount of virus a ewo obia mojam no eye different enya de kro enya pe ewo musa eye the same virus nanso so no quantity no de enya de kro enti sa wonya obi lab woni moa dodo mpa woni mojam na se me ma 1 month me ma 2 months me ma 3 months obi won ko ma obaye viral load no na che say eye beyond the maximum figure machine na nkasa kura no entimi maw no dodo no sentini say ebro de sese machine no timi de maw no so enti na ko che say ni pa no say oba ma no 1 week hepatitis B ni master eye power specialist hospital into ya viral load na wonu madu no kakra no ma ye bie bo be be so atia kodu na amawoni da so hye onkran ne say baby aba no wa the right place nyame ya dom na akoye biem na say target no detected da ye no kra ne ye mfa no saa sentini say eba from pa eye below the minimum figure no a machine it make say target no detected nti ebe ye profile na confirm sampa emu anu akokra yede eni mojam ye kase atutu ma no ko negative a baby e kwa kwaya lab biara e negative ema hepatitis B nku obra power specialist hospital nyame adoma ma yeduru a etimi sa yade we itu ase ode na e fatty liver e liver enlargement e liver cirrhosis obira bo no srade ada ho obira bo no ahono ayekase obira bo no achenchina den ama onfe right upper abdomen nufu ni fana se ho de kwa onfe no ayeden sentence honomo ana liver no da ama ayefu no ayekutu aduane ketua bi na bedia na ayefu no ahye ama bo chinyina aye okoko aye ya onfe no onfe ya wohwe enye yie fatty liver enlargement liver cirrhosis who here adua ya liver care ebe boawo ahili liver no ama ho timi ato meso tumika bra power specialist eba hospital Kumase Enkran nafi ayeta krade wodi no kidney stones and as a kidney cyst ama severe waist pain usisi achi lower back ho ayawo ya ahihyew wonase nyina sha se tatai entratena ho tumika fabra power specialist eba hospital Oya bema o Johnson sam na sha se ye basa wo chimansa na Johnson aba Johnson do na ma ho kwan sa Johnson na say ye den na Johnson embae wa ya setimi se sense Johnson intimi ma Johnson e ba ro bema mo ya wo ya ahihyew wo Johnson yo ten kasa Johnson bi akam wo Johnson ye ni mo jadi akire me se betima your prostate betima your blood that's cystitis e bia your kidney betima your ureter na so urethra e bia your untreated infection bi gonorrhea na so syphilis bi anya no bi atwemo no afa na sunsun sanso na ba me so tumika bra power specialist hospital yanya o lab yanya o scan yan hwe de sa Johnson problem na ba yentu asema ho ntimi nto wo de na ye ulcer ekom do ayem yo ye dwane toy ma yem yo ya ya no chi kanse mu tutu ahyehew ayo ya obuo no hanyina ayo ya de kopie wachi wutanya heartburns wudi dia na adwane jejabo indigestion onsa no tumi atititi ya na emframa bi agina oyam gastritis ni nyina na ya ulcer ne symptoms no ebi eno no bra ebema odua ya SK that is stomach care ekuro bia wa ya furu no mu say ya jodina ulcer say peptic ulcer ekuro bia wa ya furu no mu no wunya adua ya SK ne bia beboa na atuase ama ho atimi atɔ wodi na typhoid anasa malaria typhoid ya kala mixture juma papa da bia me kasa nkrofo to typhoid sa malaria senti sa ya de we no ne signs and symptoms no ayaya de kora ne sa typhoid betama otipaya no odene wonu betimi ayo onwono obetimi ayo mre obetimi ayo hye the same symptoms no malaria so e obi to bo no bo ko hospital ya no malaria test oni bi and so symptoms in intimi ka say man malaria treatment miwa no ni malaria ebia na ya typhoid so bana o malaria ne do hamalamis ubana o typhoid e o kala heba mixture e wo ho wonu munya odako kete so ntumi enna wo so tia na ete misro ye wo do ya heba tonic ho ye mojoduro ye no ni nyina ya pure heba babuaw asisi ni padua na ma ho atimi atɔ bema ne man koye e wo mpam fa ma ntini edi giri ka giri abadwa so we e me vitality ebeyi ntini mu nyina ama moja na timi akoginam na bema na watimi abadwuma yie te se bema na nya hebatin heba mixture na bi de ka ho de a ye se ba bia awu ade ama wo bowa ache wo bowa na wi ahrai ne moja omu wo home esoro akoma eya wo ya bibia wo chest wo say your land say your heart bibia kwaso bia no bema wo eye edua ya cough ke heba mixture eba bo eye chest cough problem bia wo kokko ho de be siesie na atu ase de ama wo ya dwumaden so ye fitani wo ye mesi ni carpenter ni wo ko ya dwuma ba ohunam nyina yo ya wa bra pa warm water bi dware for adua ya ointment ni bi twitwi ba bia to ho atim na wada kama de be kye no ho den omude hu adanse pa ya dwuma a enya asam ketoa compost o minim goita ya mfasa kanka be mu odua be na mini nyina afiri ho awarefo amopa wo samatena for 12 months enya moa na mai madu se munya nwe nesa 12 months mo kono raw nesa wo no emadia a problem ebetime free beman ebia beman no low sperm count ebi oba no call fibroid ebi oba no ovarian cyst ebi oba no cervicitis inflammation of the fallopian tube ni nyina ni timisi awo no kwan meso wo bi nyina mo na ne yen hwe ba problem no wo yen solve ma power bi senya no Ghana no so ebi nso so mo ni gye peye ya no ye dududu e titiriti wo se anansa chew oba no hia se yo massage kama bone fracture do mpirimo bu pain the bone specialist be cancer ni adache no emfa ha obia emrel sabi pampa bone e wo num halitosis bad breath and mukankan ayare a hard drain and near my debano a dorsal. Bet you a food team, require diabetic, but we nim. Ebi ade na wo se enam no gam no kro no obi de wonu minimum tonsillitis obi de wonu minimum sinusitis ne nyina ne timi de pampa bon ebo wonum ebi o severe liver problem e wo yam ne nso ababa wo soro bibia de sa hono babia ne behwehwe ne abo to ase de amam yade bia ha obi a yentimi aka ho asem yentimi amo is so ama no mesro de Fabra Power Specialist Hospital ye Kumasi won crime ena ye water cry the Kumasi wo fe yase ye ni Jasper Flint Station di enhwanimu wo aputo ja contrast kwan ne so Lake Road ena ye wo akra wo kwabenya ACP kwan so ne block factory no edi enhwanimu na fe takra de wo Anaje Estate Customs Road ye ne single washing bay no edi enhwanimu frey 0555 797878 0200 3831 and 0244 544422 Monday to Saturdays and the day it was a sabre algebra na ohwe power time nyame yadema da sene sabre yanso ye dia probably hon samno ebebro
Mamenda Doctor Hineba Asibebre so de enkomo hwehwam koma amodu nkomo amode edifi Power Specialist Herbal Hospital de Braye yomo cha kwan na kwaje waya hwehwe na hwehwe ndro no so kira kwan enya na wogan ha bebia ye ton aduro bia kopa bie na power ndro ne ye power papa na bibia ntumi nkonka hwe Prince Francis ho ha no obefe bia akonom yo eye dro papa anti plebina no bo na bibia entumi enkon kansa na yetwa enkomo no so a NDC months late President George John Rawlings on the 5th anniversary on his death and ma NDC amayeko no ede aba kakra Samoa kakri Samoa ensasha so no director of communication Esquire kakri Samoa ensasha so no say NDC ende 5 years pepepa His Excellency the late President George John Rawlings nyame eto ensafre no inti ende 12 November 2025 exactly 5 years pepepa ye papa ejaye ho founding father the mother 4th Republic of Ghana His Excellency Flight Lieutenant George John Rawlings na make us say ende omani na no ye kai papa ni wiasa fa na nyina ye kaya papa a fan of development welfare of our people and this amayoku nankasa so to be share momuji si ho na to be pemko nanim na yase ye kaya papa ya so na ni dear beloved wife Nana Kunedu Ajiman Rawlings Her Excellency Mrs. Nana Kunedu Ajiman Rawlings so nyame ato ensafre na yegusa na yinhye so enche ebeba no so ebema no befitting farewell and so ebeboa ma bibie tumi akonkan onini kunu aboadwuma ye papa panti nano ye kaye papa ya na eyade a eyare hosem enya sa 5 years na keku but 5 years a yesu a party ni na no ye de kaye papa na dwumedi odi de bo man Ghana ni ndisa amayeku na nkasa inti comrade president Chairman Rawlings continue to rest peacefully in the bosom of the Lord. Inti we adia NDC Director of Communication inti Kakra Samoa Esquire na nensa she asia and then omu issues statement the buyer yede kai His Excellency the late Lieutenant George John Rawlings Flight Lieutenant George John Rawlings unyani baby kwa 5 years ni time flies pa nti ma enoso efi ho abana no we adia efi ndisa amayeku no ma asoye aba obudis ha statement aba mutre leadership as remarkable towards contribution or them on my Ghana your friend development and in welfare and the kwan of aso the boa maya nti edieteno no na yebeko akohwe na video the kasa kro kan ya odi twa to final rally so 2016 wo Cape Coast Sports Stadium Yankwe ni Nkuti Abra ye kai Chairman Rawlings.
Today is truly a very special day, and I'll keep mine as short as possible. Mine is just to acknowledge and to express my gratitude to the Almighty God and to you for bringing you safely to Evoa for this launching ceremony. And I pray that he guides and protects and sends you back home, making this year's election period, campaign period, free of accidents. Brothers and sisters, I think what's important is to recognize that what is ahead of you will not be an easy task. It's going to be quite a challenge, and it's going to be quite demanding. I can only appeal that you do not allow unnecessary undue provocation to create undue tension. Let's go through this campaign as responsibly as we possibly can, all the way into the election. I will reserve what I have to say till after the election, when I will come around the country to share with you how I think we could restore the kind of strength that can take us well into the future. There are certain weaknesses that we need to deal with. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just give you one point, just one, that I want you to take home with you. The NPP cannot be underestimated. You know it, I know it. They've been in existence for a long time and have been changing their name up to this day. The nature of who they are. Listen. The nature of who they are, what they are, where they've come from, is something they are happy with, and they will be there for a long time. The calculation I want to put before you is that by virtue of who and what they are, their mannerism, their character, will necessarily give rise to what you and I are in the NDC. In other words, listen carefully. By virtue of who we are, where we come from, how we came about into being, I keep saying we cannot afford to fight them on their terms. It's important that we fight them on our terms. What are those terms? In other words, let's not mimic their behavior. Let us reach into the principles and the values that emerged out of the circumstances that give birth to us. And if we can hold on to those principles and those values, we will move way into the future and no one can ever defeat us.
See, Comrade President Chairman Rawlings, Yaman for the currency, no, Anna, Yehuni, make us say in the Endi Samayoku, Yakaya Papa, 5 years senior, Yamatun Safreno, make us say so about penny, a year so, Yuguswa, and Yin Shisha, Eguswa, no some penny for the Enti, Endi Samayoku, Negana in Ano, Ye Papa, Ye Kani, Ye Papa, a fan of kind of fast so born my Ghana, a funny development in the welfare near or born homebody. And then be na yedeka in way Kepco Sports Stadium a course of 2016 before elections and seminar yehona sano na make us say so Ghana Armed Forces gaf or modi abetuja say a recruitment or more ye Marcos Elwak Sports Stadium no make us say ni pensia na make us say omato ni pensia na make us say omato a hard drini ye pa ye hwe stampede a si hona ye say a gate and how an any penny be romani adeno na ma a show ninti tie bebe mu a ama nipa bebre na nkasa etumi ahwe omonkwa bi mu so edama eden pa yenti kasamfonyin na wo hwe no mo amohwe television de mu hu ba for the benefit of your listeners o mutie no so no o say me twamfonyin no ana me kasama mu hu say obehu say nipa ne bebre and the asat 3 am a me fifie me koshia me dofo bi ne ba ano so obabi na no fi bron half sunyane na no oba 3 am na wonam 37 ho a ho nyina ayema me twam akose kra kofa nipa na ba ho nyina ayema ufi kwan sofa cantonment ha ufi bia kobema camp ho nyina na ho nyina na ayema say we Kepco Stadium na yehun Kepco chairman wo Kepco ehun gwazena we Kepco say Kumasi Sports Stadium so say no so nipa wo ha ye no Elwak na Elwak ni we Kepco Kepco de me hu nti me hu stadium no me hu say Kepco me hu say Kumasi Sports Stadium so baba yara so no so na nipa gu osa eni bebrebe nti hwe hawa nipa no abo ape so unemployment rate no so baba papa ba nti matibia no mabu no ombenye adwuma aye bare yare hosem say akola bes kra efifie akra na wofo mu aka chom say me kwabo kopa adwuma wakoto ne form oba na wabefa recruitment processing nemu na yebeti ye batan yebe frese obo osimesi bae wabebewu yare hosem pa anti video sini bi na ye hwe no stadiums are various ya stadiums ahrowa nipa ko pie mu ho ma akoso ni bi na ye hwe no nse oma ba pe so nti we ye ye ko school ye wo takrade mother of mothers o se nkuko babien wo shebuka sikrum fire hwin eyisipin ha ono na omoye no we ye Elwak Sports Stadium nti Elwak ni o metunya ka se nipa Elwak in the whole Ghana wo hwe Kepco wo hwe baba ya ramone ade a nipa no doso ehu nti wo ni bi na biafo no ahane na nipa nsia etumi ahwero mo nkwan mo hwe nipa ha wo mabe ape so Elwak Sports Stadium eti wo fi 37 ne be na nipa mba nipa nko ha adwene ye na ebusua ma more ahyehyw ebusua make say momba ne ade ebia omabekam adwemu mo prepra mo fim na no ya mamu na ya akoye mamu shedding mo hata sui no ni moye nti wedi ebeshambe house akola bebe pejuma na mo beteno na echese eyewuo na say wo nkomo na aba ha adwene nti wo hu we ni bi nko bi mba wo me ha adwene no ibi nko ibi ma no mu piepie omo hu ohu ya de a ya rehosem papa but me feel say Ghana Armed Forces so some the measures bi ehwe na omutumi ye ni ye ntumi manipa no mbo thousands of people mbegu ho a day say ye ni say so metumi an say bia de bia behwe nipa 500 also mutumi because our system aya cake system ache ye use ya che is our system de bia no magbegu obebre o say Ghana Armed Forces mo hwe na moye mo bia nde ye behwe nipa 500 o che behwe 500 kofi ha dwene hard nya krape various regions aya hwe nyina no saa ne me ekoso but nipa no oso mu chichem Kofi Menyo panel ana because nipa no how wo ye no o se me chiche because hard dwene say amobi agine wuntumi nko wachi biemu sabi wa eye nibresam de ejanan kra na aka wa che se ye go hu wuntumi nko Kofi Mensre eye nibresam ye won fa asefo na sa na eme ato om ye show mo de mo show ewaki na nkese here maintenance na wo yi ebugu so a hard dwene but I'm a greater Accra there no number no dosu me sha chairman cry ye machine too much obi na afo wo no obi na yaso na ye recruitment mbebu yaso den yaso hwe nipa o wo hwe agency ni na nipa koye but greater Accra there no ano den but also mutume hwe media nse nche se bia nipa 500 for a day omunya hu bibi because nipa begota nipa egu ya ye hu egu aki more than 20,000 nipa no kwa eko 37 military hospital maybe me nam your friend say mejo mahama kwan so be wo baba fa ye flyover na sia bi mo tete wo eba traffic wo nyina why wo fa cantonment wo be say nipa no gu wasa awmachi ama me bia ne ba no nkra no oba office nyam ko share VIP onya baby kra anya we say our friend we say omo postpone the Saturday nti say omo mbe train Friday Saturday ne meka ho we Cape Coast de no kra de e say stadium no som awa kenso sa o hwe Cape Coast stadium no so nti aye we ye Cape Coast Sports Stadium na da so Cape Coast Sports Stadium ni nti de etene no we ye finfin manto mu de o so no so nipa no do so but e say stadium no imu buy nti ama anya se work de hwe nipa etam Cape Coast we 15,000 capacity efa nipa 15,000 Cape Coast Sports Stadium no efa nipa nti next time so mo de beba Accra Sports Stadium so Accra Sports Stadium for over 40,000 yes nti say next time mo de beba Accra Sports Stadium I think say no is spacious kakra because we share Cape Coast Sports Stadium ya efa 15,000 but on say nipa no ha mo kakra waki ankasa ayebasa kakram so here maintenance baby on better cry problem I had the one say you baby on better na ade but omo hwe no omo yesa emaye say 1 month cry no betumi di ayesa recruitment process na area ebeboa but the munyan 500 a day 1 month nti Ghana forces yesremu yempese sa DC we no de bia mande na yate senkofu so why every year bia nkofu collapse yebeti no bia collapse na ambulance here de bia Osa mutumi system ya reset Ghana nti mo so mo reset mu process ne measures amode yes adwumen yes mu Ghana forces because ni pension de ano odin your future leaders ne brehwe nipa bebre 25 or so no mo so omo injured omo 37 military hospital yempa bone say regionally yanti bibi bone bia fi various regions but greater Accra dey serious wa kanka say hoswa one or some yifi ho Accra Sports Stadium no de beba on say Cape Coast nipa ho but the now say stadium no sunti mo ha mo nti Ghana forces say work na dey swa wo hwe nipa na cause nipa outside work no omo rains omo do so no mo inside work ni so nti say next day mo de beba Accra Sports Stadium I think say say beboa and I'm paying for America mo ne me nya adwen Independence Square okay, no so nya bad. Betumi nya bad. Ralph say Anton Adem Renti ebeko na yakohwe Otria Herbal Powder. Divine Hope Herbal Center. No mo deba. Nti yebeko na ye ni Otria Herbal Powder. Yiba kuma na me fenche nkofo. Na ebo adwame ame yo I can testify. Koko ha me pa. But me nya Otria Herbal no aboa me. No nom so nya din. We ya warm water kakra nye nsuhye a wodi gu wenum apopo no wodi guma me ne mame ye ne se wodi kind gum so wodi nsuo no si ho wodi nsuo no gum na wodi guma ya na wo nunuma eye kakra nti wodi kan ti gu cap no mu na wodi nsuo hye na egu so ne nom so nya din we wutumi kra de gu wenum wodi gu wenum na wa ye ha nti otwa he ba koko na hawo wonya bia ebeboa ye pa koko mo akoko edi munya no wonya bia ebeboa saa so na bema wa ye mbre wo mpem se enye saa na nya me bo me emprekre 40 years no ko nnuane a yedidi wo de tie ma no mo pe 800 meters ne 1500 3000 5000 yard no ko 100 meters dia we Usain Bolt another Michael Johnson pia ntini na wonya bia beboa wo ma bibia etumi akonka say me yaje doctor no kasani na me pese otie bi na make say Francis Matabo speed akofidi wura ha na wa hye na African print no and obekwa no kwatere kwa nti over to you doctor.
Senior medaz orofo amu akwaba enfamra Divine Hope Herbal Center pacho yase ekese no ewo Kumasi Mercury eho ena yase ekese ewo abusuakuwa junction me pacho he akiri kwan eho ena ubehu yen Ghana nyina me pacho eduro baako a obia eka ho asem eduro baako a obia di ho adanse enie Ochia Herbal Powder me pacho ti usisi ya hoya tie me na awie yi me pacho wi obia koko yade ewo so ena wie tie me unzu ye bema untimi mpimu yie me pacho tie me uye oba uye bema untini mu asisi moja ntimi die furusane ewo untini mu ena me no ba betwetwe nkomo me pacho uye oba na afi so eba no menstruation wafichi kon nsem a wo hawo me pacho enne tie me enam sayo so ama watinka kura kwa akiri Ochia Herbal Powder eya wodia me pacho wonso a wo fa adwojo a stroke njojo ya de na eya ka wato ho me pacho odi Ochia Herbal Powder meba eno aba betwetwe nkomo wonso a me pacho odi sciatica untini a ese oto ase yakosi unanti no me pacho eya wo ya ye ba bedi nkomo ana se wonso odi BP me pacho Ochia Herbal Powder eya wodia eti mame no entwetwe nkomo emfamfa edro wanwaso a Ghana nyina obi adi hu adanse Ghana nyina obi aka ho asem eya Ochia Herbal Powder enkonya no ano edene me pacho uyo bi asisi yade wo so ota complain pa ene ese wo da sode kra aya na ya wo dene so be firi mpam esane sisi yade enti me pacho yo Ochia Herbal Powder unso ebia usisi yade enti oton ade o market usisi yade enti ukona mfofo nchen na se o tenase a de wo a wusifa ejeje ho kra wo de tenase no utumu zampa wo tenase ne obeti adwonko enti ema areas a wo ba bia wo ya to din se adwonko esane se usisi enti wo tenase a eye wo ya pa waka adwonko sa usisi yade enti minko eye Ochia Herbal Powder me pacho unso usisi yade enti wo sori aya na ye wo ya obura na ne sisi mututunu ebia wonya lorry akwanhia anase bia otehweye ebia taasi bi so ene patro ma wo hweye na usisi ama problem bi anase ho atochema me pacho Ochia Herbal Powder nya bi fa gunsuom baako anapa baako anumre sisi yade bia ba betena wo so me pacho ebeyi ede afiri wo de ama me pacho sisi yade ntie bia bema udimi nyina mu yie sisi yade ntie bia bema we me friend say the waste works ai sisie mu adwuma Ochia Herbal Powder sa wono mu a eye usisi mu adwuma ema sisie bia lock no me pacho be ema bema watimi agyina mu yi odi ye koko bema koko nti bema tiemi ye koko nti obema na twom bema koko nti obema na memakum bema koko nti chese obema no eye wu anesa Ochia Herbal Powder se uye bema na wutimi nyina mu yi enam koko so ema o mema yosem kwa ene mpacho waboka bra ye bro wiase nyina wiase ajapade sika ye pe nyina mema titiru udimi nyi obemfrim oye de ye behia baby girls it is obehia baby girls so de a sika ne ba nyame ye wadom to nsem a bema e wo se wutimi fili u fili so de mpacho udimi nyi sisie no mu enso fili ni mfamfrim dedi it is usisi ho atochema enam kokos na se obema ne twontwom a me pacho Ochia Herbal Powder ebeche ubema na pie ema obema me pacho eye wu no ebema na gina so gam ema bema watimi age match age niye me pacho ebi akoko nti ya na wasum ye wo hene ebi akoko nti utimi de wonsa sei ebo wasum sa kew ene obi tim che gwa bozi wote sound no se obo wasum wanga sa wodon se hwe wasum eye koko me pacho Ochia Herbal Powder no da wo hia koko nti obi so yi na sum ofiase de praye de bia be ka kire wo praye no ene okwa praye ni sei okwa praye ni mu sei ya na hase no wode ahye na sum wa yi saa wontene de ofiro na mepacho wode nani ekire yi wasum yi bi de asawa we fita tarisu yi bi wode he yi no wode tuo yi 10 ne saa was still ontene de koko yade nti o ofiro no woko akoko takra ene ye nkoko we area simna wa chinkoko nyina tutuo motakra enkoko ni ntimi gura nyiye nkoko gura ntimi ntugosi ye wa tu nkoko takra saa e de yi na sum still was wontene de efiro kwa no matakra buru bed wode anu so yi na sum koko nti still was here no so wanted that for pete takra nso say Ghana ha short abayfo sode ahomache no omo dane bayi atu omo dane pete asofofo nso bomo hwe wontomo komo mabie say pete short baima uhia ochia herbal powder oba uhia ochia herbal powder koko yade bi aba betena wo so no pacho ebetu ase de ama nso bi akongoti oyem eta bom koko yade enti no oyem ta bom saa enka first wuti kungungunguru a enka 6 o'clock news ni yakwa akuti nenso oyem mo 6 news bi anya ma nenso na oyem bom se kuru eye ochia herbal powder koko na aba betena wo so koko nti bi anso uja na me pacho ya na maman wom anase bi anso koko nti uja na ya eye na moja tuntum bi dedem me pacho eye ochia herbal powder koko nti be ma o mema yosem okofem utua saa ese wadani ni storia maka chiro so se ma kasa emedin komo papa ewiase nyina ma ne din komo ena de oba pekra so ne se woman filie ana de e ma wo mu chikura de age se bia wo yaza ade a wo chikura nsa woman filie na ehon so woman filie koko ya de enti udimi ma oheman filie me pa cho yo twa herbal powder nya binanum netimi gi match no naji ni ye etu koko na se ama na fe o mema yo nso agina mu ye ezane se o mema yo se kofomu a bema ebe ha adwene eti ochia herbal powder ebi a nso die ye BP me pacho se BP yade e na ba betena wo so a me pacho hi ochia herbal powder nya bi fagu so ba kwa napa ba kwa numire wo die asiatica entini ye wo ye to ase ase e ba besene ko ye nanti e pacho bi a ho atochema edua na jo a ukikamu saa edua na jo a wo kwan saa edua na jo a tietie mu saa esa ne se siatic ntimi pacho yo chia herbal powder nya bifu efagu nsuom ba kwa napa ba kwa numiri neno me pacho siatic ema una kokomu efiri ho ba oto ase etutu no me pacho de nyina betu ase e de amount eduro ye eduro aga na nyina obi adi ho adanse eduro ye eduro aga na nyina obi aka ho asem etisa wo tesa manfo ka ochia herbal powder ho asem a die sisie mu yade koko sciatica BP udi stroke enjojo yade usisi no efa ejojo wo fa se ya ajojo emeye eka wato ho me pacho yo chia herbal powder nya bi fagusum sei enete adaka ni ehemu baako aduonum 50 etise unya bi edisi ho ama me papa nya bi fasi santa table no so ana dining table no so weni enum ni seti otise na si ni aka kire ho wei enyanyono ninum enye den kwa debi ena wesu empege o debi ezo nya de gunsuo mu a ene de esini aka no bia wo de no te de gu cup nim na fe wanya nsuo mu ye muhumuhu enye hyehye pa debi minim se wu twati anopa wu twati anapa no a uti no nya ne hyehye na hyehye otachina maso saa ena wo be nsuo no ti na fagum nom baako anapa baako anumire eyo chia herbal powder be ma me pacho koko ya de be bia koko afifiru bia be bia koko afifiru bia eyo chia herbal powder usisi no me se be ma usisi no eyo chia herbal powder me pacho sei enete ehiem baako 50 udu pharmacy shop udu herbal shop be bia onsa betimi akabi se ukọ pharmacy shop ana se herbal shop so na open baako sei ya onsa betimi akabi ana se mienu na open onsa betimi akabi ne bom ka be yanka box no kwaje box no fasi wosi baako 50 di obetimi anoma che obetimi anoma wosisi ya de na tu ase ya de ma ukoko no etu ase ya de ma na bema watimi apem ni oba me pa cho wo afichi komu hawo a eyo chia herbal powder wo no ki bi ka ho mo emana wo menstrual problem bi emaye be 1 month tutu sisa tutotum me pa cho fire numbers na go screen so no na frɛ yen ye kire code bi di aka ho no mo twa herbal powder no efijikomu ha bia no ebitu ase dia ma me pa cho ope ebi ata mo amowo Madina ne patam ba bia udu Queen Bubune ewo Race Junction baby a gas filling station wo me pacho ubehu no so no udu ho adodo a opetu bi ansa betimi akabi kaso for me pacho Jucade Pharmacy udu a ansa betimi akabi mo so am wo circle ne patam ba bia udu Kesben FM ansa betimi akabi afenso mo am wo La Pass ne patam ba bia udu Angel FM ansa ebetimi akabi pacho Kofodiafo nyina baabi a wo bia Gapsin Pharmacy onsa ebetumi akabi tema me pacho na naboache ehonso onsa betumi akabi a shambanfo momfamani engire House of Drugs ewo Presby Junction me pacho onso du onsa betumi akabi Kumase de yetu agum Kumase mpatemba bia ezanse yaso ye kese ne hone wo etu Kumase Pharmacy shop ne yaba so bia beko bia me pacho onsa ebetumi akabi mususu a muwo Cape Coast udu boache ansa ɛhɔ nso onsa ebetimi akabi ɔtwea herbal powder gye numbers no ebi ana matimi ammo baabi a wo a obetimi anya bi frɛ yɛn sisi a me no kasa ya fiase ne frɛ numbers ne gu screen so no esansa me kasa wi a course na eba no ɛyɛ ana no ɔdene wan hwɛ no akoto so be last one it is start free sisi a numbers ni nie gye number no first number no 0591 56 55 57 0591 56 55 57 and your second line is 0550 63 90 37 0550 63 90 37 and your last number is 0551 22 82 81 0551 22 82 81 Ochia herbal powder ejetu yato etise jane shewa obeba
no cry ijane shewa obeba Ochia herbal powder medieni enti adiatene no papa so me so me konumbi aje mayarisa kama ode baako so aka ho fine enti mo pa Ochia herbal powder ne bi na bibia entumi nkonkan say Ghana Forces recruitment a omoye ehu enkomo na make say casualties ne 28 na insia ni pension na ewu say ni na so ye ma be mak baako kra nim ye chese omu na ye ma ni pension na omu ewu ni na no 6 ni na no mba na enenam say nkofo se di part 12 na ewu imom 6 imom na ewu but omu na so ye female nti the eternal no 24 so na omu pra say yiguso a ye hwemo nti the eternal no imom nti abane say recruitment exercise na ye postpone ye de akọ Saturday nyame ya adoma Saturday na dwumedie no ebekoso na ye to so His Excellency John Dramani Mahama oye eja edema my Ghana nti otis ansemia wanda so ansa na obekọ nkokọ nketenkete program launch no ade odi na ni chiremu 37 military hospital na okohwe omo a sebiowa omo prepra omo film ne ho ensem okono so the chief of staff Honorable Julius Deborah Ekojano ne acting defense minister Kessel Atoforsen any other government officials be kan hu bi ma omukoja His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ma otumiko intensive care unit can ICU wo 37 military hospital kokohwe omo sanye me ato omunti info yini bi na menu ye hwesisi awo television so a say ye hu no kama pa arehosem say ade arehosem yi pa ma ato oh my God na arehosem say ye mabu na mo ho den okohwe ma ekoswa abanse nti we so arehosem papa say ade ama aboyin na pusa na ebusiani na ye mo sedi almost omontumi mfimo omo ka kakra no so meaning say omo responding to treatment enti matibia and bibia betumi adedin na bibia etumi akọ enkansa anti ma efimu aba enunu mefimu aba no His Excellency John Dramani Mahama enuna yehu enuna yehu eno wo television so nti enuna yehwe no nti the eternal say ye papa odwene ho nti wetumi akwa na wetumi edi ho dwuma papa nti ye pema kwa enima say anopai so that sorry yet say Ghana Armed Forces ni Ghana Police Service omutumi eko the intelligence rera joint bia wo Ashanti Volta and Ahafo regions ebora ho na omukoye operations ahro say ye hwa ebeka ya maseme esi wo hwidiem Kenya ase go so mehame ni na no mkoye sa operations ni bi ho a yewi ayi saa so na dadwene ni na no yehu mo attack EPA ne yenuanom journalists ahuru bi no so course no operation si shase don ahomachin Wednesday ahomachin the 12th of November 2025 na operation si course location ahoro omoko arrest identify persons involve attacks ahoro ayede akọ National Anti-Illegal Mine Operation Secretariat ayekano naimo sono team no na sa police ni official si etumi ekoye na attack ahoro so efa na naimo police Environmental Protection Agency any journalists ahoro na ya rehosem so Ghana Forces and Police Service etumi aye djuma papa we di omo ba refree man kofo no omo hwe be 1 week or so mu nyamba we di yen tie didim na se omudi bowura ho a omutumi akotiti nti se wo hwe kasamfoyin na nsammanefo ne omudi ewuo adibia ukade a omudi tie mpanimfo na omoye nsammone na yetumi yakoche omunyina ama wuhunu kasamfoyin no so no ma wuhunu na meka say IGP Christian Tete yehunu ono so ade a ode na no ato asemi musa operations here course yenkoti IGP na no di sema ode tudwa.
There has been this frequent attack on police and military, especially our police stations, and recently to the 9 months operation in around Predium where the military officers were attacked, and they have to be rescued by police officers, and the situation was so tense, and it appears this is what is the trend now, that any less than people have to mobilize to attack the police. Recently you saw what happened in Ehi in the Volta region. When the suspect was arrested, the people were demanding that the suspect should be released. They ended up releasing the suspect, breaking the police station, and releasing the suspect, and the person was nearly lynched. See, we are living in a country now where now the indiscipline is very high, and then they are emboldened into such a situation that now they don't fear police, they don't fear military. They feel that now they can just confront us, and if we allow this thing to go on in this country, then the time will come when there will be nobody to protect any citizen in terms of difficulty. So from the national security level, headed by the national security coordinator, the police and the military has launched a serious war on these miscreants who want always to break the law. And so simultaneously last night to this dawn, we mounted operation starting from this Predium where they attacked the 9 most officials. So Predium, Kenyanse and Goso were the places where they mobilized the TABs to come and attack the police and the military at the station. So we conducted that exercise, and we had over 400 people arrested.
Maminchia me nana bokro me ba me papa also ohwe dwumedie onfa endi agrokra wo kaso anti da nana bokro nana bichechi o papa anti IGP na yehunu no abroad na no atom operations e course no say operations we aboa pa be hwe videos bi ahafo hwediem I say ni penny ho aye ghost town say bebre apa baby afa emrantie ni bi enye se kroni na na omo ye nsemmoni o ebi mu bi so ho a niema bi omo ye nembo anti ma akoso no na majority leader who say man no day man do day majority leader of parliament honorable Mahama Yaruga or the atudwa actual incident be a course ECOWAS parliament kakitwe binche Ghana's parliament delegation on Mukoye no ade ayensu omu because na conduct of afenyo marking minority leader no na hadwen a che Ghana delegation no yenkwe na inquity on the floor of parliament abra honorable Mahama Yaruga or this asemi tudwa
refusing to give way as directed by this parliament. Indeed, whilst our nominated delegation were there, and it was time to swear in members, the ECOWAS Parliament refused to swear in Ghana's delegation. They refused to swear in Ghana's delegation and said that they will not 4 members of our delegation. Mr. Speaker, the Honorable Afenyo Markin Alexander Kwamena was at that session of the ECOWAS Parliament, attended that session of the ECOWAS Parliament in clear defiance of a resolution of this Parliament. In clear defiance of a resolution of this Parliament. That is why, Mr. Speaker, I have cited the provisions of Order 31-0, which says that any act or omission which affronts the dignity or authority of Parliament, Mr. Speaker, and let me emphasize, authority of Parliament, any act that affronts the authority of the Parliament of Ghana or produces any such effect constitutes contempt of Parliament and a breach of parliamentary privilege. Mr. Speaker, by defying this Parliament resolution, removing him from the delegation to the ECOWAS Parliament, and actually going to Port Harcourt and attending the session, Mr. Speaker, he has clearly affronted the dignity and engaged in an act that constitutes an affront to the authority of this Parliament. And it is time that the Honorable Afenyo Markin be put in his proper place. Mr. Speaker, I therefore rise pursuant to the relevant orders to make a complaint of contempt of Parliament and a breach of parliamentary privilege, and to urge you, pursuant to the appropriate orders, to refer the Honorable Afenyo Markin Alexander Kwamena to the Privileges Committee for him to be processed. And if indeed the committee comes to a conclusion that my contention that he indeed went and attended the session in clear defiance of our resolution, and that act constitutes an affront to the authority of this House, that the appropriate sanctions be executed in relation to the Honorable Alexander.
Inti Honorable Mama Yarga ono majority leader ono na ode ensem atudwa me call so ECOWAS Parliament obi man so Nigeria kwan a minority leader Afenyo Markin wo ho ka kitwe bi nche Ghana delegation yenso mu in ho ensem bi no ode atu edwa ma yenina ye hu no enti de ete no baby adri de yensembre yeba na abegofaji nkonya atena so na yebedi enkomo nti yekrado papa na abegofo no ayekrado ayene omo ebedi enkomo wo TVXYZ tene Power 97.9 FM make us say ye wo list wo Nana Kusipoku wa executive director at the MAGOG Sasune wo Mohammed Mubarak Ouattara on the head of communication the Metro Mass Transit or say chairman constituency chairman na chairman o constituency mi refro Esikuma Odobem Brakwa ono so na oche constituency NDC chairman wo ho nti ekuku damina mene omo ebedi enkomo wo efidikasi so nti bebi owo bia no ye crowd fi say ahana Ghana kasa ahana Ghana ti mamintia chairman Sofo Osman wo ho te say ene chairman De La Guda Akrowe wo ho te say Scott bitiao Shehu muina wo ho te say mitechia muina mo aboso NDC warda ewo aboso bitechia mo pa wodwumade amo bodeboa NDC amayeku mamenko chairman Muhammad Mwatara Mubarak ho bada ansa na ebedi nkomo no mayentwa ho na nje aboafo nkrato embrace ya.
I'm pleased to introduce to you Cancer Mixture, a herbal mixture for arthritic pain. Arthritis,
it's me.
Cancer Mixture, no Cancer Mixture, no Cancer Mixture. Yerba Biana Nudruo, Moria, or arthritis. Cancer mixture, obey your juma when you put it inside. I'm a face in the grand. And in Fidina, menu on your market for in your button, a woman, one menu for. First, baby, I'm from one Sanka, Senior Susan, Boliviara, home doctor, and I report to FDA Med Safety App Nodo.
And Katui, FDA App Nodo.
The National Petroleum Authority hereby cautions persons engaged in illicit storage and trading of petroleum products to comply with the regulatory requirements to operate in the downstream petroleum industry. The NPA Act clearly stipulates that no individual shall engage in any commercial activity related to the importation, exportation, re-exportation, shipment, transportation, processing, refining, storage, distribution, marketing, or sale of petroleum products in the downstream industry without first obtaining a license from the NPA board. Failure to secure the necessary license and properly regularize operations will result in confiscation of petroleum products, prosecution under the law, and decommissioning of facility. For more information, contact the National Petroleum Authority on 0302 550 380. You can also visit our head office located at Jolu of the N1 Highway or any of our regional offices.
Oh, Mr. Entry, also ya titi mi ben fiepi nanso ni yamu nyono da se me chew no ahodo amato ame hunu hwea ebe ya nwanwa
Nenye ni se what also tamfo Hexa capsules any Hexa mixture ya no mbom kotia also no bia ma no anom anka no hoto no dadaada also dro de eno any Hexa capsules any Hexa mixture
ankom ni nchiremu
also ye kura eto ye funu ene ensunu mu etuma wo ye funu ekeka wa wo je ho a enye also etumi ema wo ye cheko ebra wadidi awie somehow eye also there compare Hexa capsules any Hexa mixture nanum bom na ho ebeto
pedudu etua ko okanshi drug lane Kumasi Dani Herbal Takradi AA Mensa Anafre 02038228855 Apefo abatan ya woma won mofremefo ene mofra woni mfie dumienu enka ho Hexa capsules ene ne mixture
all satan for FDA age edwadie nkrato yi atom.
Hi. Now let me tell you about Safari Valley Eco Resort, the first of its kind in West Africa. Upon your arrival, you are introduced to your butler, who plans your itinerary.
We were surrounded by wildlife from the moment we entered the eco park.
So many activities, all in the same premises. Visit the gym or the stables, they have it all. At my break, I'm able to practice my putting.
We also went fishing on a man-made canal. Our tour guides taught us so much about the wildlife and how to interact with them.
They used only electric vehicles here. This creates a serene environment. I'm told it's over 1,000 acres. My cabin here sits on 2 acres with a large terrace space overlooking my private swimming pool. Now this is royalty. They have their own farms, thousands of fruit trees. I can also have my lunch here at the waterfall. quite a beautiful place you have here.
Visit Safari Valley Eco Resort in Ghana, bringing you closer to nature.
The Times of Refreshing Conference is here again. This year, we gather under the powerful theme, Exciting Jesus, from Sunday 23rd to Sunday 30th November 2025. Time, 6 p.m. each night. Come and experience Jesus, His saving grace, His unfailing love, and His mighty power. Speakers, Reverend Fifi Otabi Wilson, Reverend Kojo Amo Asari, Reverend Paul Amwako, Reverend A.D. Frederick, Reverend Dr. Ebo Anan, and your host, Reverend Kwame Amwako Hene. Song ministration by Pastor Ella Samoa, Ether Grace, Pepite, Rafia, Harry Fishin, Covenant Choral, and CT Choir. Don't miss this year's Times of Refreshing Conference. With Jesus, your future is surely exciting. See you there.
Brebo eye adwumada eboa eyam aduane eboa eyi insa free ni peduani na eboa woni pedua ma etena ho yi nanso woni mi say niema a yedi na ye no timi ma brebo ye adwumaden sen pote
me hunda me brebo ye adwuma pa e bia se mi tumi ye bibi boa me brebo
ani. And waiting on what the lift hit from the Moses Clinic, we have also herbal food supplements. We see the barber, ama a year jumayi. Fatopa Yenu, and Opani and Umre. Now a Brahma berbo ye jumayi, Sanya Beya, and Bitsimian Yam Adriania Woody, and Sissy Pedranimo, a new moving singing.
And no, I'm a berbo
Obenya Life Kid or pharmacy, herbal shops, and supermarkets are a bell. Sawopa to do us with 0244 06 8447. Life Kid, one bread war, one Wikipedia. A dream any mapping for a ma emma or man for, name of what are 1 year in fear to me. FDIG JD Kratui Atum.
One tell one now, one blow. One see one now, one control. Bermuda Games of 2025 reloaded. This time around, let's get gala competition. Yes, bro. The teams are well represented. Team XYZ, X Natural Mineral Water, Work Natural Health, Medimosis Clinic and Prostrate Center. Bermuda Games of 2025. One pay you, but the say with the Team XYZ and a war for trophy nana. You work X Natural Mineral Water. Another Medimosis Clinic and Prostrate Center. Okay, there. Bermuda Games 2025 reloaded. Obokodo on the 5th of December 2025. The Chef Farmers Day. Damadani ya fulfill the holiday. Venue near Mac Downtown Park. With Jokers, Nechiwa, Labadi. Time near 10 a.m. Pepe. Be show favorite presenters and players. I will show football skills. Mugabe Masi. Yes, my near power near. Ahinbabwa ma Benny. Okumangra. Mankasasoki Nicholas met Siabo Nedu. Onye Ekuku Damanane Bongo Galeas. Bermuda Games 2025 reloaded. Obey you, oh la la.
The serene environment fits into the goal of the school, which is simply to provide excellent educational foundation for your ward's development before they commence primary education. At first glance, clearly you will see why the school is called Hebron Hills International School, as the building stands tall overlooking town. With a Montessori style, we have experienced and dedicated staff and trained teachers. Our small sizes classrooms are meant to enhance teacher-focused approach where children get one-on-one attention from the teacher. Hello there. We are open at 7:30 a.m. and school closes at 2:30 p.m. After school care is from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. while early drop-off can be arranged at 6 a.m. Hebron Hills International School is located at Midyear off the N7 Road, Locate us with GP postcode GW0688 GAWEST and GPS code 06884870. You can contact the school and make further inquiries on 050-876-2375 or call the office directly on 0302-918768. Email us at hebronhills.school@gmail.com. Hebron Hills International School. Excel and shine.
Mesamo akwa babiom do ba TV XYZ wo baby a wo hwe bia baby o tie wo power 97.9 FM medical ka kukudam no ofia ha ansem egubamba so ye bebedi ho nkomo emom putuprum mepie on the floor of parliament here Dr. Ato Forson minister in charge of finance and acting as defense minister on the floor of parliament or the ensema akoso nei wo Waxport Stadium make us say mbayo musisi omo so nsia etumi efrim na bimusu etumi prayer ade ahadwene ye papa panti I'm so on the president na quarter to 7 kosra omo prane omo no mkohwe makoso no imom we kopiem wo parliament or the ensem atudwa fan stampede course wo ewak military sports stadium no yenko kotie sama Dr. Kissel Ato Forson or the tudwa.
Honorable Speaker, I come before you today to inform the House of a tragic incident that occurred this morning at the Elwak Military Sports Facility during the ongoing recruitment exercise of the Ghana Armed Forces. Mr. Speaker, the Ghana Armed Forces announced recruitment and enlistment processes about a month ago. Mr. Speaker, the application process closed last Friday, 7th November 2025. All potential applicants were duly notified to appear at their chosen regional recruitment centers for documentation verification today. Right, Honorable Speaker. And this was for them to go through body selection. Mr. Speaker, this year's recruitment exercise is being conducted simultaneously across all regions. Indeed, it was a system designed to decentralize the process, reduce congestion, ensure transparency and fairness, as well as to ensure accessibility nationwide. Unfortunately, despite these measures, a stampede occurred at the Elwak facility in Accra. I regret to report that there were 34 persons who were direct casualties, some of whom are potential recruits, and others, Mr. Speaker, unfortunately, are not related to the enlistment at all. The Speaker, out of these 34 casualties, 6 persons have been confirmed dead. The Speaker, 5 are critical, and as we speak, they are the ICU. Right, Honorable Speaker, 12 are fairly critical. The Speaker, the rest are stable and under observation. Additionally, there's a reported case of 1 person hospitalized at the Kumasi Recruitment Center, though that incident is unrelated to the stampede in Accra. The Speaker, in light of this development, the Ministry of Defense has halted the recruitment process in Accra until further notice. I wish to assure honorable members that in all other regions, the exercise is progressing smoothly and without incident. Right, Honorable Speaker, the Ministry of Defense deeply mourns the loss of life and extend condolences to the affected families. We are working closely with the Ghana Armed Forces, medical teams, and law enforcement agencies to provide full support to the injured and to investigate the circumstances that led to this tragedy. Mr. Speaker, as a result, the Ghana Armed Forces has instituted an internal board of inquiry to investigate the causes of this unfortunate incident. Right, Honorable Speaker, the safety and dignity of applicants remains paramount, and the ministry will take every step necessary to prevent reoccurrence of this matter. Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Cassell Atoba Forson, Minister in charge of Finance, Acting Defense Minister. Now, Ode and there, Meakoso, war Elwak, military sports stadium, no, or the Atuja on the floor of Parliament. Mamembra Namema and Penifo Aquaba. Penifo Aquaba, Biaboko. Baby, I'm Mufie. Chairman constituency to say,
oh, Yamina Dum constituency,
Boko. Metro Mass Transit, Mojuma saying, Boma Basopa.
Yeah, good. Yeah,
Oba Munche, but Jumano, more yet. Mobasa Baba Bay.
Yes, Sandama. Oh, Yamina Dumenti, I shall say, by first week of December.
Yeah.
They now Abidu.
Now that they go on this way, maybe Mutrano to 2,500.
And no, today, ministry, no. Ministry, so just a waje. A year permission,
okay,
and approval from a year.
Because if you almost say, man, but to me, see,
yeah,
Abaquine, so my
one, yes, you good, yes, Bianca Santino, Yaminti, Yababua, reset and not the Eura baby,
okay,
into reset and also Eura a metro massa. Yeah, Guswa, yeah, boy, Juma, you, Ancasa.
Mamisha so swear, and there 5 years pepe. Your founder, Ndisa Mayoko, Jerry John Rawlings, Franny Crency, Comrade President, Chairman Rawlings, Franny Crency, Ofimo, Ebeka Bibi Kakra, Afaya Papa, who make us say crass on a year. Idea, nay, Nam Quemuswa, no so ye a yare hosem, into Kakron Chairman Rawlings.
Oh, Minia, Madawasi, any kind of. Mechia etiefo ne ahwafo a wo hwe na wo tie nde enyimre mechia me constituency for nyina especially me constituency executive me branch executive me coordinators
you bet me the ma akoso stampede no hasem so aka
me coordinators ene me honorable DC Obatamva Olivia Bentel ene me member of parliament ebi a wonyina wo bia no and Michia yen the paramount chief and the president of Central Regional House of Chief or therefore Amoakwa Bedu out of Swawche last weekend yana odi afeshe kese odura Brahman odura afeshe kese honorable Erikopoku oba and CEO Cocoa Board and I am a regional ministers and penny for by a registrar Beth and Deaf of I am a constituency or by honorable Adumbetri and honorable Ishmael Michael Harry Yamson or common for administrator honestly for me constituency on now chairman of the festival no grand deba no intino there will be here therefore I say how he's changing Brahman mind to make sure say youth will get them more opportunities Brahman traditional council intino me da one nyina minia no kware young man paying that His Excellency John Drama His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings
the late
me did say yen to me and Ghana and Sam yen to young bonny din in there okay do maybe ya wo party for bia wo ma wo penti man paying dada when ya ni baby called Jerry John Rawlings say as if say oya bon Sambia obesi o my Ghana but in there some of them things say nka otiasia nka ne type of leadership ne type of governance na Ghana ye here says here and the way MPP aben tama wo kwen hwe sika we di na oman ya omo abo na abro even looking at Niakoso Metro Mass simple nka we here ni leadership wona MPP for no wan hia TV and radio program mpo a we are what to make us asem say we need such a leadership that is nyachoma Ghana for yan dodo no ye binemo ye because ye nyachum to extent say nipa no ye hunem faso the same as is John Dramani Mama mra no also the same thing what can say mebre or office so na the same MPP for na omo afeno na Ghana for binemo in the waba was yes indeed wa kosuya bibi efi ni Lucy na o Lucy no that is Ghanaians for you. But the papa ne de me say at any time or kasa won say na wisdom or kasa won say won ne kasa amuno emu yedru or kasa na won say indeed bema na ekasa bema or kasa ekọ into future praying so kasa on tiase but okọ tenase wo fie now so reflecting in some papa can know say indeed papa no wa kan sama emu yedu ye ankasa no wonder na ebi modwen said nka papa na e de nka oyo sofo na oyo komsheni edema oman Ghana. That is the level of nipa His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings the late na oye wasum Ghana nde yehwa ne yere akoka no ho nyame adoma ending of the month na wobeye neyi meji de say Ghana na ya hwere bibi nde 5 years exactly ofimu. Look at what really happened in the Elwak. Is it a coincidence? And now Ghana ne pede nyame pede ye kai sa papa no because so de mu na wo pese wo mu kwoshem na ne akoto atoe mbebu yem papa Jerry John Rawlings awenya ni baby ko no ye bebu pa na owura so jemu o chinemu ema o man Ghana sa mbrantini nketesi ane atoe ndey they were going to serve the country Ghana o man Ghana ntina sa eto enchemi akotoe meji de say wana meme momo de wana bibi atoe wana wada hospital no won ho towen na wo declare when fatal at least o man peyin na your friends defense minister acting was say one masa mo friend dey purely protocol direct one ma when one call yes because when you are no bi no omo ashro one kwa one so no because of person was some of my Ghana so what to declare when fatal o man pay I know he can do that some of friend now mo akani nyina 30 something na 20 something e dey e was so automatic one day mo won show won bibia abio me no ane say one call training straight forward no me soldier for me did say eno ebeboa o my Ghana no eno be mo no bi ehun say indeed ya adwen eye your friends say Sam Branty won so that Ghana so ebe for any time pefra me I think say kakra metumi aka afa eye o man peyin dada wenya ni baby ko nde eye ne finnum pepepe a yankopon to nsa frɛ no na ndan finnum na anum no ye hwɛ ne eto eye ye nuanom nketo a wo pese wokɔ eye your friends eye soldier na wo som man Ghana some years back yente for the past 8 years what say wo military recruitment so amana a pale mbebu na no wo pe konya so mbe som man Ghana no what does because the past 8 years no yantishe intinu one now we apply no what does but can you resere you be to tire ya adwen na yes Nicholas because every year na Greater Accra over 1,000 soldier for torso physical training instructors are war military what also so why not say wo yen bi wa Accra Sports Stadium yen bi wa Tema stadium na yen bi ewo your friend is saying Independence Square. I think say ya nke be reduce this your friends and Stampede ya Causeway ukwo Cape Coast wo betumi aye bi wo Sweduo stadium wo betumi aye bi ewo like the Cape Coast be bi awoye wo betumi aye bi wo Winneba ebe mana esubeden esubete ukwo around your friends asin fosu the asin enclave now you betumi aye bi wo so that you betumi amana pressure no aye then abefim ukwo Western region the same thing Eastern region wo ye bi wo Kofodua stadium ono betumi abaye bi wo Achiase jungle warfare and other places so that to reduce this because all the time sa anyama no first no na yete ebi ma collapse but in the collapse na ya hwia na owu na abem yenim ochina ye ebesi ye besre the Ghana Armed Forces na the minister acting na ni deputy Boja Jemfina owura ato force won hwe no won bibi na Ghana fun kai won say wa breso no wo to decentralization no e call down decentralization to your friends regional capitals one center no emboa one hwe no woyen hu bibi kwa Ashanti regional wotuma akoye bi wo Obuase wotuma akoye bi wo other places ebetu Mampon and other thing ebetumi amana bibia no eswa then I very simple na I very easy. Recently NSS for one your friends postings and other one validation. We're making sure say nipa 500 at a time. One validation. To me man a process in the equal. So mresa na ya asesa ye ho. Yenja say ya de that down no mana Ghana yenko yenim kakra metumi aka.
Mela senti Chairman Watara Mubarak na yete ne ka. Mama Browswe nana poku.
Amifa kunya we so nchia ahwefo ne etiefo. Aminchia mi nua Watara na minchia ona memo abaso ne adwumaso a oyebo o man Ghana penifo se afibi esan
afibi esan
afi we de emun sem dos
wakansem
na nyina ne se du ba bia na ayen sempi sanse ade bi wo a ke betime sia no kwan na sene ama maboton titiriu ne kwan a enuoma asi eneno efa so sie no ama me ya adwen ho se e wo se omampani krake hwepo as the commander in chief of the
sanity
forces because she said wa unim soldier pa no soldier bibia won bia ye regimental enya dia the armed forces no eye neoma haphazardly without recourse to being strict and detailed with measures I was say this one sana maybe recruitment. This is not the first time Ghana Armed Forces Society recruitment. This will certainly not be the last time. Na Sebi Greater Accra one na in charge say I was say almost see to it say grounds adwuma omudi agu akwan mu war coming and net day omo pese omo ye recruits e wo Ghana Armed Forces no measures ben omudi agu akwan mu ejidi say senko omo de measures papa egu akwan mu a enka sade we nyina kemba enti ya betina studio ha be kasa de be kwa kusi ni se ye kwa kote committee very fortunately say Minister for Defense in the person of Ura Atoforsen or the two bedroom say ye kote committee bia nemo no ombe internal board discussions sinton be be free e bae na ehun intansan so de wo se abone ye de abono me pese omobema bibia aye transparent na the transparency that Ghana ni hu se ebia sintoni free ha ebi nsibie mu no ebema yetimi ada ye ho so se me kope bibia bedi na sebi ahomache oba sorry se me kwa kope adwuma nyina ya adwuma se ne na menu eken mebunu ahwehwe adwuma for the past 8 years and sana John Mahama eba aban mu de obetia ye se yakofa nkofo bi a chese de omo koye election hwea bi yes ya fa nkofo ebi okura mpo a ye fa no in the dark chese wonte ho hwe recruitment abaso enti when they decided this time around, said they will be very transparent with the general public, no. Ama ubibia buchi. Knowing the numbers that had already on the system, no, committed to wanting to be recruits, no. I expected, say, the Ghana Armed Forces would do quite a good job by making sure, say, omobetimi asegregate ama enye say ye kamu na mabum na sebi ya already no enyina ye nim obi wo kura mpa anyi soja no ope o adwuma na ope obi wo wa apply soja wi a or apply immigration or apply fire or yes, or apply not because a person or soldier now, or person or fire service officer now, say be a police near now, immigration officer or per juma na keke. So I would use this opportunity to tell Aban, so say Aban should speed up on the issues of employment. In fact, it's at the heartbeat of the current youth. Ya Mokoto Abama Ura Mahama. To Wesha and they say or launching Kokonkete. And then there's a week ago, we were launching Yoma trying to make sure say a bit me absorb the youth population na omuni dwumabia dia akoye say asosabo abamuno. Etino yabesro mo say the earlier we look at the private sector and so no the better. Say Aban intimi employ as many as we expect Aban to employ. Because if you look at the current statistics now, Aban has on the database over 700,000 employees. A country like Ghana having this magnitude of employees, you know, say helpful. Even though when you look at the statistics in terms of the ratio, the armed forces we have, the police service we have, the immigration and all that, you know. If you look at the numbers and said that any, especially the Ghana Police Service, you know, and said that the UN, your friend is saying, Chatano, Papa. And so no, me o GDS say, Sabai, she say, go a quenua. You bet me improvise every recruit and call for. They said they're Basintel in we can still have them. Na ebia what feeds into ebia the police, no? From Basintelli. What feeds into the military, no? Ebia the cadets at the secondary schools. What feeds into them, no? Ebedu baby no enkoye say we university wakotena fie. Ebi krampa all ko university ni nyina no. Na you training no how to be a soldier.
All right.
Yeah, obewie no. Sebi. Enya fe na ode ne ba be fa a very tedious process in more about creating this stampede. You look at the situation with even your neighbor, Burkina
Faso. Yeah.
I say a very compelling on Aban say I was saying Kolano or national service in Libya and Omutimiko Soda Kakra. Inti a bedu baby no one Casano. Okoya ohu seni soja tie no obetimi recruit no anasa obe enlist no but pending recruitment in future say ye se science kakra won no bi mu a o man pani eba no o kan reset. I've always argued say the reset word no heavier than what I have seen so far, even though he is on the trajectory of making sure say obe overhaul some of the things that in the past were wrong. But I think, say, the word reset, you know, is a total overhaul and a mini reset. Because everything before he became president was wrong. Everything. I don't find any scintilla of an event to be now in the past and correct. From the judiciary, from the executive, from the legislature, everything about this country and its governance, no. And you're wrong, it was your overhaul. No? It is a share military, no, send aye from time I be Ghana Armed Forces to data. See a carry setter, and you will be a primitive. Say, soldier, no, yɛde ahoɔden ne nneɔma ɛnɛ ame bia ni a wɔde ahoɔden na ɛyɛ adwuma ɛtuani adwene no ɛne yɛde yɛ adwuma nti no sɛ broni ɛtuani adwene a ɛwɔ sɛ yɛn nso so no yɛgyae saa we no go sit down with them cheaters every day ahoɔden na ɛsa adwuma no no saa nneɔma no atwam ɛna akora te ne dɛm kora no so wɔ so ɔkyerɛ AI de wobɛtumi de ayɛ a ɛyɛ too overwhelming nti baabi a yɛkɔ no baabi a yɛsɛ mmerɛ dane a yɛna yɛ ho bi ne yɛnso yɛmfa saa nneɔma no bi hyehyɛ yɛn system no mu hwɛ sɛ yɛ ɔmo starting so ɔmo yɛ there was this argument that Ora Sam George epagyaeɛ sɛ yɛsɛ wonni less 27 anaasɛ up to 27 years cut off point no no a ɛkyɛ sɛ obi a wadi 28 to be a 40 a obi a ɔwɔ ahoɔden anaa nimdeɛ obɛtumi de aboa yɛtwa no agya it does not make sense. There are things that we must change as a people and know say moving forward no yes you reset or mine dia and you might be an primitive tete no ya penny patcho no akusoja tete no penny patcho no akuschool the ma nursing training college ne teacher training college e ko ba say ye twa omuka mo allowance no was because ya patcho ansa na obi akokyera de anas obi akuschool akusua de kyere akokyera de enya no yan patcho uyi wani ana yema enti no nneema bi wo a ye de amayosem na ese yaye ho emmoa yen e asemu enti mesre se de asie no sebi enya asie awie abusua ne ebema mo yakọ na sebi me kope bibia bedi maame ne baneti papa ne baneti akra me kwaba na afi bia akoye san enti ebesre se the osaso twin bia no mo ntwena so na and serve as deterrent to the others that may feel in future no want to similarly do same na ebiansi biem ne esusu se wo se ye nsusu a ebesi eye de ebesi daachi ho kwan na ebesi biem nsusu no ye hwe ne yenye me ye namaye eni na enya anye enenam procrastination is the thief of time we like to procrastinate we are bay ye kwa kohwe ye hwehwem afebo se obi adamfo bi eho aka esan se ye na adamfo ntubo se na report na delay minister on for timelines into home we any kwan say di 1 week kra ye hwehwem because a mayor na dey me see it took just few hours to get this incident. How many hours must you even sit and know what happened within that short time? So if within this short period and you may see bosomi kweko yehwemu by the time you be yehwemu no most of the information you be here to correct the wrongs no may have just gotten missing and to mesre shi ya obrukunam yedine show ni ne shi ya na do ye boni a wanye the correcting no yehwe ne yentwena so enya afi na me betina ha babubodin se mo anye de babubodin because sebi I'm sure say a dime po ewaso se yesi ye ko ye domu asuko ne akohwe de ma stampede ne ba ya I mean say we emwa na ewo ho nipa na ewo ho ye be who went wrong at what point na ye de asotwe se fata amano se me be ya ebe yensa na ho se daachi bi obi ewa adwenboni bi pese oye bibi boni bi a enkofa your friend is animonyam more minor okay you betimi atwena so it's on the back of that it's on the back of that say you know him say your man penny dada when you baby ko personally he wasn't a friend of mine until after some time me who say na ni susu ya enunti wode etwe yempanifo bi a in the past no more complaining about Rollins suban na I was say woye na you say time is the mightiest judge of all events in life what you say eme enekire sabi unu obi ya dia o see you wo de twen na obi hu or patch o say eme ene be den ebe kire me ye obi na me ye a very strong critic of Rollins in the past. Some of my criticisms, even my articles, maybe or Krana, there were some form of unprintable words that I personally went to him for forgiveness. There some years before he died. But now on me fan. But me Akufo-Addo memuo no. And ma me dientia. Now there needed to be a Rawlings to correct the stupidity and the folly in the elderly of society then. So we share papa prenimu a wenyi te say Akufo-Addo na odu man na osimedi o manfo sika be high private jet akotwitwi mamotuam na madware na mato yoga chair esi private jet mu akokora obu ne pa na yoga chair si private jet ni yoga chair ye bi bu ya
yoga chair minim say
so yoga chair no
minim yoga
so yoga chair akokora boni a wa se ka ki pieto ene ko high private jet yoga chair sim yoga chair
private jet yoga chair
private jet no yoga chair sim ti yoga chair no de yeden
ko wanim
obi aso ate se wa boni asem
ko wanim
enti no so wo hwe enioma na Akufo-Addo aban ne ye na wo hwe de wono ne wo fa pa wuli no mbe ye with liman na wo ka tell me say ade a Rawlings ye ene nya me no be de chinye because time na ye adwun ye say Rawlings ye no na ye hu amamu boni a sebi na ete say Akufo-Addo de no and until I took the pain and went to him, knelt before him to just forgive me. And when he put his hand on me, I felt very relieved. I had a sigh of relief and felt, say, Adia Yadiya Rawlings, we were not fair to him and to ourselves. Thank you, ma Adia Rawlings here no yense na ho. Emma ye preaching say, Bonia Sabina and Yoma a ekoso under the friend say priority to menka other regime there. Son say you see a can maintain account. What I say? Please say Rawlings was really right. We have had an opportunity to rebuke a personal, somebody in my family, even including my father. Say, what could try there 1 cedi? Oh, to the chrono 5 cedi.
Kalabulin.
So 1 cedi now, what to the Nipano, ne workers manufacturing, Bibia Womo, and for so was soon to 1 cedi now, Kotoy. Who buy ya, who now got to the 1 cedi, who to the 5 cedis. No, say, a Kalabula also then in Yadri. And Tikadia would have 2 more than 22 cedis. No, for so 1 cedi. I know now manufacture you as well for so 1 cedi. Your manufacturer will try manufacturing costs, will try labor costs, will try electricity. Bibiano, or no out to Adiana 1 cedi, will to Adiana 5 cedi, Timinia, with 3 million. No, the catcher says, Suba, now you would give me a Mamboenia, also Rawlings, or more Tikwapai. All these things were wrong. And then, Minoka say, Obi Esimebo say, and you ma yet so no be on tini so. Now when na China ni no a ono de nyama ni fama na ne ba no be to maga na ni fufu fa wo se China mo yenkogu no. Adaya o sewuga. Say na wo to nyama na wo ko fa fi China ne de ba he no. Wo to ni say. What ma say? Enti bibi ni ono ani on enemy. And na Rawlings sought to correct. Enti sabi Rawlings mi so na me dwen kwala dwen ni no na me dwen say let's just papa no odwene le man for ho even though onye saint
okay
or sin to or enioma or ya sabi ebepem ne I will still I'll criticize no so no largely no na intention or woma the populace no to make sure say nipa or ya ga na ni hu beto no na larger than sabi ni sinto enti se me ka na me de asiso a na me mano demri fe due ni amani hu se onko de di sebi obra twawuo na nipa nso sebi we bia eden a obekọ yo ese kwa wakoi omanfo be kai no ye be kai ni papaye ne boni obia obi asibia sa
oh yes
enti ye kai no ni papa ne boni ni ye kai enti wo a politician no na wo the Rawlings dia to hu for say deɛ ne yɛde bɛkae wo ɛnɛ sɛbi ma no si so no akankankan so sɛ dɔn maa mani wa Ghanafoɔ bɛfe ne papa
saa
mpo ne wɔfa kofoɔ ɛnɛ sɛ oni wa Ghanafoɔ bɛkae biribi sɛ wɔno na apɛn so na yɛbɔ pum sɛ bɛgye bosia kɔyɛ adwuma meboa
saa
nso na musinto wɔ hɔ obi bɛkae no ɛnɛ Akufo Addo sɛ oni wa ɛdeɛ ne de bɛkae no Addo Droba sɛ wote wiase na wobu man na woyɛ nipa bɔne ne ti sɛ deɛ nɛ wote hɔ yɛ na wote fie a wonam kora nkɔla ma baabaa yi wote hɔ na wode akɔ adwendwen mu sɛ ɛdeɛ na Ghanafoɔ sɛ daakye bi yɛ sɛ woni wiase na yɛnkae wadeɛ ne de bɛkae yɛbɛkae wo sɛ wo ne akɔkora no a wogyegye nkɔkorafoɔ ne mmerewafoɔ sika diiɛ na wode kɔ high private jet no a woma a ɔmomu fa kɛseɛ no awuiɛ no wadwen bɔne wei ɛna na wode criticize Rawlings wei abɛyɛ mampani wɔ Ghana ha ama ɛnɛ ɔmo kɔ yɛ nkyɛn yi akwa afudo hwedehwe no sɛ ɔno sɛ ɛbɛpɛ mampani adi wɔ man wei mu kyɛ sɛ Ghanafoɔ deɛ ɛnkyɛn yɛwura fi sɛ nipa bɔne bi bɛdi yɛ so ɛma dollar no ɔmo fa firi 4 ɛkɔdu 17 kyɛ sɛ yɛwura fi eti yɛkae Rawlings a yɛkae no nipa pɛm ne ne bɔne mu enti wo politician ɛnɛ Nyankopɔn ma wakonya a wode nsom wo manfoɔ no kan hu sɛ yɛbɛkae wo daakye na deɛ ne yɛde bɛkae wo deɛ na ɔmanfoɔ de bɛkae wo ma bɛtena studio ha akae Ghanafoɔ Kofi Asante bɛdi atuo a ɛnɛ wayɛ te sɛ kontomire no sɛnsa afei wɔbɔ ne wadane dwuntuni na wɔbɔ no de to amanfoɔ fo ɔto ne ho a hyɛberɛ ho nwom ɔto ɔno a ne hyɛberɛ ho nwom ɛnɛ ne hyɛberɛ no awiewie ne sɛ amoako ne adu ɛti mɛsrɛ ɔbaa panyin na akɔ adu nso so seesei wakɔ ne kra akyi ɛdi ma no si wɔ ho no okunu kɔɔ yi ankyɛ ɛna ɔno nso so wato anananom wɔn si ɛdo ɔno nso yɛbɛkae no 31st Women December hwɛ sɛ ne osi tete mmaa sɛ ne esi yɛ samina sɛ ne esi yɛ wei sɛ ne esi yɛ wei ɛno nso so ewi aseɛ no na eduru baabi political greed asa affect no enti mɛsrɛ obi bia wɔ history twerɛ history wɔ abere a wote aseɛ na yɛkan a ayɛwo dansa na wawu enti mɛsrɛ sɛ ɔbrɛ a yɛabɔ yi obiara wɔ history a yɛtwerɛ ɛnyɛ sɛ obi nim obi anim sɛdeɛ ɛnɛ aboagye kɔɔ yɛ a yɛkɔfa DNA aba yi DNA ɛyɛ deɛ a yɛbɛyɛ yɛyɛ wie nso a deɛ ɛbɛbu abɔ no ɛbɛbu abɔ no wote aseɛ enti obi atwerɛ ne history woyɛ ɔbaa a de wohulu nyɛ sɛ mewɔ aboagye nkyɛn na me saa nam akoa ofiri wei nso nkyɛn ne nyinaa nyɛ ne yɛntwerɛ history papa yɛmmɔ bra pa nneɛma yɛ ho nte na yɛ ade papa na ma w'anim nte ne yɛma odin pa ɛno ne adeɛ a megye sɛ sɛ ɛyɛ a yɛn nyinaa yɛbɛsere wo a yɛama opposition wo nkoa ma nni ɛfɔmfoɔ yi wɔ hɔ wo so kan no na ɔno nso bɛka wo daakye ebi a na ɔno nso daakye bi wɔba bɛdi tumi wɔani a meba bɛdi na wo nso wobɛte fie obi a bɛyɛ minister wɔkɔ dadadadadada ɛnɛ mesi mehyia MPD ba nɛ former MPD ba nɛ na mehwɛ ne ho mmɔborɔ a kae sɛ ɛnyɛ wo nkoa na wobɛdi mmerɛ no aka so boa wɔ bi na daakye wɔno nso so akae sɛ papa yi na bu a me maame na bu a me na no nso so sɛ ne ba nkoa sɛ wɔpɛ biribi a me nso nyɛmmoa no ɛnam dua so ɛna ahoma yɛ den ɛhu no soro nti mo a moyɛ nnua no ɛnɛ yɛbɛsrɛ mo ɛmmɛ nyɛ ho sɛ deɛ ɔnam fam no sɛbi oni baabi fa ma ho kwan na wɔmforo na daakye oduru soro a wakae sɛ dua wei ɛna menam ne so a mefiri kɔhu soro nti mɛsrɛ obiara mmoa ne yɔnko momiɛ mmoa boa yɛ ho na ɔdɔ no ne fɛa ne sɛ yɛsɔ wo nsa na yɛboa wo na wo nso asɔ obi nsa na yɛn nyinaa yɛboa yɛ ho na yɛato santene na ayɛ fɛ
okay ma memfa happy birthday amodu mfema our hardworking supportive dedicated deputy managing director de ma to Alhaji Mustafa Abubakar Batalima Alhaji baby awobiano no wanti ayale ayiwe wono sheboko Alhaji yemo happy birthday Alhaji Mustafa baby awobia edri sala sana na omanam na ba no de subola kame ho and I just say many ajiye papa Alhaji baby awobia yemo happy birthday akrowe so essay papa panti also memo happy birthday na memfa meyisi combat or deputize combat memfa meye so emfem opinion manual Anthony Kweku dodo na freno Amokwao nyame ya adoma weekend ya na ne yi so ebeko so openi Emmanuel Anthony Kweku adodo na afre na Mokwao nyame ya adoma Saturday 15th November Ombeleni State wo Sokoban Road Abuabo Kese Nana Asiedu Junction 4 am pepepe anapa na ni opening at form ana ene na tompem na yewia dia no so Saturday na no ade ombeye efusie sum ede amano wo Saturday no Sokoban Road Abuabo Kese Nana Asiedu Junction anapa 7 pepepe omwia no mo de ne funeral right no so atoa so wo Sokoban Road Abuabo Kese Nana Asiedu Junction wa 12 p.m. na omakosie no wo achimwasa no mbeko kosie openi kwesiada so ade Thanksgiving service bekoso 16 November 2025 wo Action Chapel International Ridge Cathedral Kumasi Ajisen Noble House anapa 9 am na jumedie no ebekoso yewia na final funeral right no de atwa so Sunday 16th October 2025 ya was Sokoban Road Abuabo Kese Nana Asiedu Junction 1 p.m. na ebushia actually akwa dinner from ahatene chikra Saturday no dress code ni black and white na Sunday no so kon white pepepe Mr. Peter Nana Asiedu Kweku dodo na friend Nana Asiedu Unana Passion Gold opapa no da for me ma konta prekope o war me nua ba Passion Gold ne papa ne da for me nti moma yina yenkom ne nkojam ne na bibia entumi enko enkan sa metene se ye maame a ohwe ana oda free zones authority ano say Monday bia no was slot wa Monday bia no oba ye maame Mary akosua ewusi ma ne maame ato na ne maame ne maame ye senior
Mary ewusi senior
nti Madam Mary Akosua Ewusi senior
Dr. Mary
Ewusi Doctor
Free Zones
Authority ye maame asiwo de bia ye dwa de bia no no wa ham se dwa de ye hu no ma ade estino no ade ato ne maame ana se ne maame nyame ato nsa afre no ade ato ye maame ani ana etwi na yenza
ade ato ye ni
enti se nhihye ne ba se 1 week be ba ye de be ma to mani etena 1 week pepepe na etena 1 week ne be ko so china ana afi no mo hihye enti date ne ba se ye be ma mu ina so mahu na yakọ na yekwejam ebusua na bibia so etumi akọ enkan kama pa na meka wo se Bermuda Games so ye de bro Bermuda Games ye de bro nyame ya adoma Farmers Day na ye de Bermuda Games no ye de bro and the Farmers Day no 5th December first Friday 5th December na dey Bermuda Games no ye de bro and ye baby ase Magdan Town Park wo Jokers Echiho Labadi Echiho 10 am na dey games no ye de bro nti wo hwe TV screens no so obe hu se anona advert ni etwa no ho sa no Bermuda Games reloaded 2025 team XYZ X Natural Mineral Water PWAC Natural Health and sana Medimosis edwumako akese me 4 we akese anan na omo besia kan kama Farmers Day nti etunsa afro bia brana behwe team XYZ team no na behwe obise Mugabe Masi PAC oheneba boama Beni Kumankra Miaki Nicholas Dr. Prince Nelson Muina Dr. Moses omuina beba dwumedi asema efe tumumbra behwe Timpi waka ho Bermuda Games ye tunsa afro bibia so bia beba na nyame ya adoma 5th December 2025 ya Farmers Day holiday for FIDA to be to me at Twafa na also aberebina BBA to me akonkai na make I say Safari Valley Eco Resort so to Afro BBA yebeko Xmas holidays are already nim weekends no between odofo edumuni ache mo Safari Valley Eco Resort ewo dewu okre district or mountains here until between ayenesa na BBA to me akonko no odofo kwa omo eduma 24 hours time bi obedu ho no we ni beji papa more surrounding wildlife for zebra antelope mara mwane de between bi hu di bi atwam fo yin kama pa sa so na conferences day visit weddings honeymoons any birthday celebrations ahuni na no okwa obetumi ekoye no hopa more world class accommodation obenya private swimming pool ahro amodware medidi na say continental na local dishes obenya ni na budru ha Bones away drew baby pa. For reservation, will be to me afre 0596 9143 894. Na bibia it to me ako enkai esa edi amma Victory Garlic Mixture. Wunye bino mi ape bino mne yedru papa ubi hoa na nakoma no bone peri abnormal. Sa aso na wonsana unai to me titi wenisi ye kusu me kamfo Victory Garlic Mixture di amma oyaro wunye bino ma bebo ye pa me bibia it to me akonka nti Victory Garlic Mixture pebie na enkran ha de enyen na wo bibia eton adro bia open do ko okanshi Kingswalk Herbal do be open won sabe to me aka 020-1293280 on 0242-545633 na bibia etumi akonkai mede Moses semen kanchero se ebehia pa se no ye hwe eya ye liver problems are eba see this liver problem the dry friend lift kit capsules ebebo liver no ban liver problem nya bi no ma no so ebebo ye pa a sign a food supplement dro na nkasa unum bi ebebo na yi niam mbo ni padua na yi ni na efi ho ma bibia etumi akonkai medimosis na model lift kit capsules abedraman so nti open ho asem ebisa for 0244 06 8447 and you know gan habibi to drubia take care of your liver, take care of your health. Lift Kit capsules a cleanse your body no a refresh your life na bibia etumi konka X natural mineral water and then a medru so pebi na bobo nembo ye papa says you the sachets diaba nti wo so per sachet no ba XYZ broadcasting ya himfia ha ye wo su abebrese street wo ba wo se betumi akabi wo 350 ml on na ice ball no we 500 ml na ye sign wo AS 750 ml no so unya bia ebeboa ukoma so ebeboa obenya bi ho sa so no betumi afre factory wo 05962735 A46 05962735 na oni mpenifo nkasa na bibia entumi enkonka Benji Estate and Investment Limited na medru so Benji Estate and Investment Limited semen control sir omo ye pre-Christmas promotion na omo wonsa so Chopoli wono a new airport city me pacho Saglimi housing project no area hwana kwano so ha drive no so no be humo 25,000 Ghana cedis and sasene wo fom PIE sana sai usudoku akosumbu road so 40,000 Ghana cedis afienya near Tor Estate and this was from 75,000 Ghana cedis after a Central University omo ben a B5 Company Limited no see 70,000 Ghana cedis kai say a land size and measured by a 70 by 100 feet and the promotion we entame na also etumi edun wajim kai sense asene so insure ho electricity available sa so na mpacho ebemo free sand ahia na also the IO project was site no so Saturday bia omoko visitation enti we prepare no to your deposit we your registration and wako hwe assassin ye more free documentation to document it na free open building construction and when niama materials are run tra almost supply ni nabi we make sure kwan wotema community 25 junction opposite Goodness filling station frefra from where was 0248 780 887 and 0553 311660 2 na onim penfo ending komo na bibia entumi enko enkan sa baby edri ye hwe ye budget expectation yame ya doma echena eyade a omode budget betudwa honorable Ato Folson enti say ye na no ye hwe expectation say wo budget no ho ye bedi ho komo na angels no Mugabe Angels na hu bibia amame say eyade a covid levy ye ba abolish ochena ye hwe nim say covid levy no Yebeyi efi ho sa na VAT rate no yenim say 21.9%. Yebe tiso aba 20%. Sa na nyade a new taxes bia ebeba budget 2026 no mo eyade a o my Ghana say onim say ye jet ahru ni na asay enti yebenya new jet yebeto jet no so enye sesi a yenim say by 2029 jet no etumi aba na eyade a one for presidential na one for Ghana Armed Forces enti ma eteno no ebi so for a new helicopters so for Ghana Armed Forces no so eyade a helicopters na ayedada enti ebete na bibia etumi akọ enkansa Mama kwa ahoma no say Mugabe Mase wo ahoma no so ye main man and sana ye host for the show nankasa Mugabe utie mi a memo ahari
menya kemeda say
na bibia boko de
nyame adum but abeda na ye boko sa we mofa ahwe mo ene ya Wednesday esi ana sa kosi another Wednesday dia BBC
asemo
because my busha for
okay
no my Ghana
nyame ya doma ochina budget 2026 ayade a mo be present wo on the floor of parliament what will be become inti yenti we
Ken and say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama by SRC on the 7th day of January 2025 against Akaye Bibri, as you see, I recorded a year single digit inflation. Yes, you see, inflation is that 8%. We my investors are almost super mobile my investor confidence near the ECOSRO. Now, 2026 budget by year, which the amount for expected one, COVID levy to be year free and year one. And there will be no new taxes. A budget here, but new taxes be in favor. Only say a buy where you say a more for a year import win. Name do what a year 200,000 ever for ma. A buy no to me my okre sign your man. You see, we be able to call him at the call a year, a car. A sombo a year 750,000. My pay more fee 200,000 cost 700,000 rather. Yeah, no, so get you 400 there by how women banking, and so amount for better home and some. Agri sector amount for better home and some. Nema bani di guaquem, the bear bunubitimian and Yumaya infrastructure. A year secondary school, so I would do a year, I mean. Yes, he said we go winner, we are, but we go winner, we are by 2026 by budget. No, mobile see a dime be ya, mobile upgrade schools in the so before no about the car info no or SHS no, that is a no sooner bus admission requirement about more to me than at the home. The sign can be a energy sector no, in class or morning can you no, mobile capturing in our 2026 budget. Now, we say as far for so Abayano 2026 budget ebano ibe hu budget me say abayano ebeyen say ya ibinya helicopters makoma ko 4 for the Ghana Armed Forces ya sa helicopters 4 no ebeya soja 4 edia say e ka say makokora ni wa eye adwuma e wo mem ha ni nyina ya say ya 2026 budget no ibi wo na ibeka say presidential jet no so one sent saying it's not in good condition that's all France sabani yen say ebenya eye jet mienu ya jet mienu no baako ebeye Ghana Armed Forces for edia ya aja mo peso mo ko be bia ni padodo no bitimi dia edia akọ na baako so aba da ye oman no oman panyini edia na jet ni wo mo ne say ni nyina any helicopters nyina eye France eye for na NCC nyina eye France nye China na sa aman foforo bia so na dwensia no be free aba na saa ɛyɛ presidential jet a ɔmanpanyin nhyehyɛ ɔmo yɛ budget mi so ɔmo bɛtɔ no ɔmo de fi maako ɛnan is in 3 phases. First phase no aban bi tua 30%, second we tua 30%, na 40% na aka no ɔmo yɛ delivery a that is say aban na tua 40% na yɛ de aka the payment no ebe mo chiche mo miensa 30% and 40%. That presidential jet no ebe ba o man nim ko ebe ba be through the year 2020 early 2029. That is say excellency you know and just one kura na wi nse na obeba be den obeba betinam ni mo mpanyi foforo obeba no wono na beba be nya saa wi nse no ene nyema bibre ya be ma amafo ho high wo mo na budget no e dey bank budget we dey meeting aka ati say akomapa na yenua Dr. Akesela to force or they article sa budget ya or they ba me pese me kasa bibre wo meni ntino emi nya mu ha ti nya me aduma wo tina yenyina betina afidie ho ne yetie ye bekoso yama ahwefo ne yetiefo so ayedai ehuni ego
yo mamenda my manager my Power FM manager Mugabe Mase me big boss menda na se papa wo entete ho kakro de amaye na fa no budget 2026 presentation aduma nyamepe ochina yenyina no by 2 p.m. na edidem sa yenyina yetie bi na yehu kwan oh my Ghana yakon body for 2026 ebekoso no otete ho ase nti ocha yebeti na wi a be delve into it wo round table hona yeti ho komo nti your budget expectation budget 2026 chairman budget expectation yenti
yo minya ya beda
se tete umre no kwanti
we de mre na de
30 seconds 1 minute 30 seconds
wa ma ya kwenya kura onko na ofa umre no na me gwazinia nti no yende yen ka but ya meka ne say aban papa na aba indeed the resetting is working and na missing kind of resetting there's more into it I was say yeah ni and I know say Omanpenyi Isaiah John Dramani Mahama will do very well. Nde obia e ka say na nyama ne bo ya ka inflation na first no okoto ade a
what's in that wide
what's still I want to nyama no do but any na make that say ka da inflation na yam fan compare binum wa abredo emra utumi e de 100 cities say why your budget okoto ade ukodu supermarket na edwom ho na no na ogwadini na aka say twen na me friend na me bisa price ugina ho na o mo asanso atum biom inda yem bisa say for the past be bosom nkron ekobosom edune sana okodo ana inda mu yem bisa say mu na boye de ahe when nyina yen hihye ya yo mampanyi ene your friends owura to force
pump station catch your one feeling in tema de be
yes
yetum so wo pa jai eni brebra
wo be
na say okopon bia catch your so eni bro krom santi so
yes
they be asa say
when nyama nka first no bread to wa nyama no bu okosoro no inde busum beye eduni ejina faako ene na ekire se aban no obo no ho mbode ene na ekire se bibia be hye ye nkotokum nti no ochina de ye betin sempa bebre e won ye friend se budget na obado no
let's of every number now
na kire ade ba ko bi mu nyina fa nyoma e ko so mfie nwotwe atwam yi enwu nseni ani fa compare bosome nwotwe pe e ho na ba hu se ato forcing ama Ghana for nyina hu the very uselessness of the former vice president and the most wicked nature of the former finance minister. Isan say finance minister oba be kan budget a odi kan bible quotation
no white
wa shefufuo owia na sabi ehiafo mom ene obetintim omo ensa agi omo sika kakra e wo omo nsa Madane Zacchaeus to Ginia or no sika wode koto ade no woje wo tax wo ho na de ode to wallet so wasaje tax wo wi a wasa che se utimu se owudi ni pa na na di anim se ana ato forcing ade a wasa ma Ghana fo nyina hu ni se ba wo mia o mo number bia onye economist enu titiri ubehu no sene waye dollar eni cedi no ama na sidi anya hoden yeah cry ya say panic say oh ato susumane nkofo
aforce bi oye aforce
kakra oye oh ni yan say aban we before so oba aban mu no onya bibi correct say you cannot be a government unto yourself you are always a government unto the people John Mahama any president onu di kan call Ghana for said dia na me baba ye mampani am pese me yema mo e bin see that we ye no the first minister so ba ye onu so ansa no be ready budget no after stakeholder engagements no o sa ko dwom o ko lorry stations o ko busa say mo dia na me yema mo no wa ye etiatina Ghana for ebeti asempa
Mamenda Elisto Nana Poku Menda na Sibebre on Executive Director Magag Sasuna Menda Mubarak Watara Yenda na Papa Payi I think on Watara and Georgia on no head of communication the Metro Mass Transit senior Nyami di medi hu chamia from Nicolasia was yours Mamenda production team ni nase Nyami amba Ever since she had a for imum newspaper in a can ye de bro. On him about